ladies and gentlemen, this evening I invite you to travel with me, not across oceans or borders, but across a divide that exists right here at home. It is a journey between two Americas. One America is familiar, comfortable, and filled with promise. It is an America of opportunity, prosperity, and hope. But there is also another America, an America that many prefer not to see, not to hear, and not to confront. This is the America where millions of citizens wake up each morning uncertain about their next meal. It is the America where children attend schools that lack books, resources, and encouragement. It is the America where families live in neighborhoods neglected by progress and forgotten by policy. This America is not hidden because it is small. It is hidden because it is inconvenient. The other America is not defined by laziness or lack of ambition. It is defined by lack of access. When a person is born into a zip code where opportunity is scarce, when education is underfunded, and when jobs are unavailable or unjustly paid, poverty becomes less a personal failure and more a social condition. And we must be honest enough to admit that this condition did not arise by accident. In the other America, unemployment is not just a statistic, it is a daily humiliation. It is the quiet pain of parents who want to work but cannot find work. It is the erosion of dignity when effort goes unrewarded and hope is slowly worn away. And when people are locked out of economic opportunity long enough, despair begins to speak louder than optimism. Yet poverty does more than empty pockets. It starves the spirit. It limits dreams before they have a chance to grow. A child who is hungry cannot concentrate. A student who feels forgotten cannot believe in tomorrow. And a community denied investment cannot magically rise on willpower alone. We must also recognize that the other America has often been shaped by discrimination, both past and present. Though laws may change, the scars of injustice do not heal overnight. Generations of unequal treatment leave behind unequal outcomes. To ignore this reality is not neutrality, it is indifference. Some ask, why do they not simply work harder? But history teaches us that hard work without opportunity is exploitation, not progress. The truth is that many in the other America work longer hours, for lower wages, under harsher conditions, and still remain trapped. This is not a failure of character, it is a failure of conscience. Now let me be clear, recognizing the other America does not mean condemning the first America. Progress is real. Prosperity exists. But the measure of a nation is not how high the fortunate can rise. It is how faithfully the nation lifts those who have been pushed down. Justice cannot be selective. Democracy cannot thrive on exclusion. We live in a time of remarkable wealth, advanced technology, and extraordinary potential. And yet, in the shadow of abundance, millions live in need. This contradiction should trouble us deeply. A society that produces luxury but tolerates misery has lost its moral compass. The question before us is not whether we can afford to eliminate poverty, but whether we can afford not to. Every neglected child represents lost potential. Every unemployed worker represents wasted talent. Every forgotten neighborhood represents a broken promise of democracy. But there is hope, because injustice is not permanent and inequality is not destiny. The other America was created by human decisions, and it can be transformed by human courage. It requires investment in education that nurtures every child, not just the privileged. It requires jobs that pay living wages, not wages that barely sustain life. It requires housing that offers dignity, health care that preserves life, and policies guided by compassion rather than convenience. Most importantly, it requires a change of heart. We must learn to see poverty not as someone else's problem, but as a shared moral responsibility. We must understand that when one segment of society is denied opportunity, the entire nation is weakened. We are bound together in a single fabric of destiny, and whatever affects one directly affects all indirectly. The other America does not ask for charity, it asks for justice. It does not ask for sympathy, it asks for fairness. It does not ask for miracles, it asks for opportunity. So let us leave here tonight with a renewed commitment to build one America, not divided by wealth, race, or circumstance, but united by dignity and purpose. Let us be the generation that refused to look away, that refused to accept inequality as normal, and that refused to believe poverty was inevitable. If we have the courage to act, the wisdom to listen, and the compassion to care, the other America will no longer be other. It will become part of a stronger, fairer, and more humane nation. And when that day comes, history will not ask how comfortable we were, but how just we chose to be. Thank you.